Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Roseward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for tuning in to my Scrapbook Sunday 101. And we are going to get started. I just want to remind you of a couple of things. If you place an order with me, use this host code if your order is less than $150. This is my June host code. If it's more than $150, you don't want to use that because you want to get the Hostess Rewards points. Stampersdelight.com is where you go if you'd like to check out our apparel shop for some fun apparel and other things for the stamper in your life. Go to stampersdelightshop.com. So we are going to get started. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come scrapbook with me. I just want to remind everybody that I do have my new online class for July sign up, and that is with the Evergreen Elegance. Okay, so the description below tells you everything you get on my online class. So read that carefully and then sign up by July 10th. So I decided today, I have a lot of pictures to do of my family. So by the end of this series, whenever that may be, you are going to know probably more than you want to about my family. But what I found was this picture that I used to have it hanging on the wall, a lot of these pictures. This is my son on his third Christmas. He was 2.5. And I took this out of the frame, and I just want to get these things scrapbooked. So I figured I could do a Christmas one. If Hallmark Channel can start their Christmas in July and June, so could I. So here is a 12 by 12 piece of real red. And I'm going to lay that in the middle. But as of yet, we don't have the designer series paper, the new Christmas designer series paper in the 12 by 12. Okay, so that'll be coming out in August. But what we do have in the catalog is a package of the Tidings of Christmas 6x6, which you can order now. So I started looking at the scrapbook paper, and I thought, you know what? We could do this. We could just outline that picture by placing it right here and having just the edges of that cute little designer series paper. So can you see that? But I'm also, when I look, I'm wasting a lot of paper here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, which is also in our catalog. We're going to move this away. And I'm just going to eyeball this, okay? I do that a lot, so I'm just going to figure, like, let's see. Let's go 2 inches. I'm going to cut an L shape here. So I'm going to go at the 2-inch mark, okay? I'm going to bring this down to the 2-inch mark, just so you can see it. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm just going to slice it that way. Then I'm going to bring it around here. See where I sliced that. Remember, this is going to be hidden, so you really don't have to worry about it if it's perfect. I'm just going to pull that piece out. So that saved this piece of designer series paper so I could use it for a card or another scrapbook page. Okay, so this is the one edge that I'm going to use. Now I'm going to do the same thing. And it doesn't really matter because of the print on this paper, the way I do it. I'm going to go at 2 inches, go all the way down, bring that around, start right where my cut is. Again, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. And there's another piece of designer series paper I can use for something else. So now what I'm going to do is I am just going to layer these like this. Find out where my picture is going to go. There we go. Bring that down. Look at that. So now I've framed my picture with that designer series paper. Then I got looking at it and I thought, why not put a piece of green cardstock and even layer it more. So let me see if this works. So then I thought, well, why not layer it more like this, right? just adds so much to the picture. There we go. And this is our new Evergreen. I like that even better. This was kind of dark, the black. Now, I mean, it's still a little dark, but it's got a matting behind there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now I'm adhering it. I am using my Stampin' Seal. This one happens to be the Stampin' Seal Plus, and that's just because it was on my table. We are going to layer that right there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and layer these pieces down. Be careful with the Stampin' Seal Plus, okay, because if you press too hard, it could tear your paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So you'll see I'm going to do that right up in this corner. Like I said, you are going to know so much about my family by the time this series is over. And I am just going to layer that right there. So we'll go ahead and put the picture down. That's what I mean. I just did it a little too hard. So with the Stampin' Seal Plus, you just want to give it a little twist. You can do that with your regular Stampin' Seal also. Okay, we are going to layer that right there. Now, what I've also used, and remember everything is in the description, are these new cards that we got, the What a Year, Memories and More card pack. So even though these look like bright pictures, they have a lot of little pieces in here that will work for any scrapbook page for any season, even though there's flowers and everything. So you definitely want to get some cards because this is what I use for my journaling. Okay, you see, life is beautiful, and then you can just journal whatever you want. So again, that's the What a Year Memories card kit. And what I found in that was Remember This. And there we go. I put my journaling on it, and I'm going to put that right there. I also found, because look at that cute little smile. And then they go through the teenage years where they don't smile, right? Okay. And I found this other card in there that says Smile, Smile, Smile. It says Happy Day on the back. But I'm going to put that right here. And here is my journaling card down at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just adhere this up here. Maybe just bring it down. See, do I want it like that? Or do I want it like this? No, I think I'm going to leave a little there. Okay. And then here is that journaling card that I wrote on. I'm going to put that right here. Okay. Now remember the Evergreen Elegance Punch. This is my July online class. What I did with that was I've already punched some pieces out for the trees. So I took some of the new Evergreen cardstock and I just punched out a little row of trees. And I am going to put that right there. Look at that. Now for this I am going to grab dimensionals. And I am going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, which is in my bin here, I believe. And of course I can't find it when I'm looking for it, so I'm just going to rip this off. Okay, so this pieces for your dimensionals. These long pieces are usually great, but because this is kind of small, I'm just going to snip off some small pieces. These were actually leftovers from a paper pumpkin that I did. And I'm just going to put some of those. It's stuck to my finger. If you like this video, please share it. And also tell your friends about this series. Give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel so you know when I'm going to be on. Now, next Sunday is, of course, Labor Day, 4th of July weekend. You could say, see, I don't edit my videos. What you see is what you get. I won't be on Sunday, Okay, not going to be on next weekend, 4th of July weekend. We have a long weekend. I'm going to take a little break. But don't forget to subscribe. And I am going to put this right here. So I have these cute little trees. Now, in our annual catalog, our large catalog, we also have Snowman Season. Isn't he cute? Now, I've already got some snowmen cut out. So I'm just going to grab one of those. We tend to forget about stuff that we've been using for a while. And of course we have the Snowman Punch. So I am going to bring in a little piece of white scrap paper. And it can be really small because I only need the little hat. So I have a strip here. I have my hat right there that I'm going to be punching out. And I am going to turn this and do it this way. So let's see which way my hat has to be. So all I'm going to use for this is the hat. So I just need to have it put in that way. So I'm going to go ahead. Whoop, drop that. Ink this down. Normally I would use my stamping mat, but this is just such a little stamp. I don't really need it. I'm going to slide that right in here. Punch that little hat out. So there's one piece. Now I need these two little arms, and I can stamp those. I have the little stamp here, but I don't know if I really need to. I'm going to take a piece of, this is how I keep my scraps, by the way. I have the rust and the browns, and these are just pieces that I can use. And even if they're retired, they're just little pieces that when I'm looking for a scrap, let's see if this works. Okay, there's my little arms. Let's see if I stamped those the right way. No, I didn't. Okay, so they have to go this way. Okay, so let's do it. Actually, I don't even need to do that now that I just thought about it. Look at this. I don't have to stamp it. I can just pop those out. There we go. We got two little twigs. Makes it even easier. I'm going to bring in two markers. My green. This is shaded Spruce. Just going to dot those little guys like that. I'm going to bring in my real red. For that, I need my pumpkin pie for the little nose. Where is he? Right here. I'm going to use the other side because this is really tiny. Just color that in. And then I want something on the band to make it stand out. So I grabbed Sahara sand. That's just to give it, there we go. Okay. Now for the hat, I don't like to use black. Okay. For me, black is just too dark. So I'm using Smoky Slate. And I'm just coloring in his hat with the Smoky Slate. Or basic gray would work. Black to me is just a little too dark. It's not really what I was looking for. Let me grab these. Move that over. Bring this down. Whoop. Put that back up there. Okay. And I'm going to put that cute little guy right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue him down. I want it down far enough where my little hat will fit. I'm going to grab a dimensional for that. I'm going to put the little hat on him. I got my two little arms here. Now what I need is my silicone mat. Because they're so small, I'm going to use a little glue, or you can use your Tombow. I'm going to use my silicone mat, and I'm just going to lay those on here for a minute. And what I'm going to do is just put very little glue on it, okay? Just very little. And what the silicone mat does is it keeps the glue on the mat where you don't want it. Okay, so here we go. Whoop. Let's grab him. Put that one over there. So here's the one that I want. I'm just playing around with that. Okay. I'm going to put the little arms on him now. Tuck that behind. You can get it up there. Yeah, there we go. There's one arm, and now I just have to add a little glue to this one, which I just rolled up. There we go. This little guy does not want to have the glue on him. Well, that one just broke. They are really small and little, but that's why I have extra here. All right, so instead of doing that, this time I'm going to use my detailed glue because this is so tiny. The detailed glue is going to work better. Trust me. There we go. Should have done that in the first place. The detailed glue is very fine point, so this works really well for those little tiny pieces. Okay. I'm just going to bring that in, and I will put that one right up there. There we go. Except for it just keeps sticking to my finger. Oh, it's Sunday morning. What can I say? And there you have a cute Christmas page. Some little journaling, said where we lived, you know, at that time. And again, I was able to save these pieces for, I could use those for matting. I could have actually matted that card piece to make it look, you know, more Christmassy. I could have put it back there. But I'm going to save these for my Christmas in July card series, which I will be starting next week. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this week's Scrapbook Sunday. Remember, I won't have a video for next Sunday, but I will be back the following Sunday. And until then, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye.